Katerina's husband died a few days ago. He worked every day of his life, and every hard-earned cent to the doctor all it went. Katerina has been sick for some time, so she musters up the energy and what's left of the cash for a party for her husband dead and gone. And the future is uncertain as she stares through tattered curtains. Oh, this show must go on. So put your fancy silverware on the table and your plates from your wedding day, and they will see, oh, they will see that things weren't always this way. Katerina's father was a military man, and he prospered in them good old days, when people were more decent than they seem to be of recent. But it's easy to be decent when you're paid. And Katerina's children liked their grandpa's house. It was bigger and much nicer than their own. And when he finally passed, oh, the inheritance didn't last, and reputation can't buy food or clothes. Recant the tired stories over and over again, the only remnants of what you had, and they will see, oh, they will see that things weren't always this bad. Katerina looks about the party and her guests, and everyone is singing the same song. Yeah, he can't pay his bills, and she's hooked on the pills, and there's a man there that doesn't quite belong. He's the richest man in town, and he's boisterous and rude, but he offers to pay for the funeral. But the promises he speaks are not the promises he keeps, but he's the only one making promises at all. And he called her daughter a thief and a whore, but he promised to turn back time, and they will see, oh, they will see why she walks that line. Katerina's party's going pretty well so far. She subdues her cough behind her finest dress, and the medicine's running out, but what she's worried about is running out of wine for all the guests. And when they finally leave, she is alone with her thoughts, worrying and wondering what comes next. And people from the city, they say, isn't it a pity Katerina doesn't know what is best? So put the fancy silverware back in the drawer, and your plates from your wedding day, and they will see, oh, they will see that things weren't always this way. There is a knock in my car. They say these things happen with time. No need to worry, just keep a careful eye on the slow deterioration as things all fall apart. I don't know where it came from. Somewhere between the wreck and the breakdown that's to come. My constant reminder, things just are the way they are. There is a knock in my car. There is a knock in my car. It's funny how some things aren't built to last, and time doesn't heal all wounds, and all things do not pass. My solemn companion, so long as it will start. There is a knock in my car. Outside my window, strong on the outside, rotting from the inside. Hush the bait when I finally go. Yeah, you can be a shady tree swaying in the summer breeze for 100 seasons, until all they see is a liability and they start searching for the reasons to cut you down. And I don't want to be the man, telephone in his hand, waiting to make that fateful call, wringing those hands that never work the land, instead going straight to the saw. How many times could you have tried to stop the rot before it took root? In your absence, you convince your conscience it's in the tree's best interest to cut it down. I don't want to be the guy, chainsaw aside, that came to the yard on that day to do the dirty work that others gladly shirk. It'd be inconvenient any other way. The ground, let it seep way down and fortify the roots that run deep. And if I fall flat, I pray the Lord that they call me on my hypocrisy. Cut me down. Socks drying on the line, brittle and riddled with holes. He'll stomp through the thin cotton and proceed to where the soul's all free and abundant power, the sun that fades all colors except the stains. Threads unravel one by one. very tired. Rags remain, they were elastic and whole. They were flawless and bright. It's a goddamn horror show, watching socks dry on the line. What are we to do with those who are too far gone to save? The ones that wore them out will now decide their fate. I don't wanna throw them away. I don't wanna throw them away. They were elastic and whole. They were flawless and bright. It's a goddamn horror show, watching socks dry on the line. They were elastic and whole. They were flawless and bright. It's a goddamn horror show, watching socks dry on the line. Come speak to me a while in the basement. Come creeping down the creaky wooden stairs. Let your eyes adjust to the newfound dimness. Fill your lungs with the cool and musty air. And it's comforting at first, the quiet and the dark. But my presence is unnerving and strange. Or you'll never plan to stay long, but I cannot let you leave. Don't go upstairs, stay down here with me. This is the dominion of your childhood imagination, where you and your siblings used to romp and play. Down here you don't have to worry about breaking things, 'cause everything is broken in some way. And I remind you that I didn't always sit here. Oh, my throne was just the old couches from upstairs. And you find that you're forgetting the times before we'd meet. Don't go upstairs, stay down here with me. We've got that old TV and the old video games. You can read the books on the shelf you've already read. We get a few AM stations down here clearly. It's better than listening to the voices in your head. But distraction turns to mindless consumption. I've got a skipping record we can listen to for hours. Embrace the numbing feeling. I think it's just the thing you need. Don't go upstairs, stay down here with me. by their accomplices beating the shit out of peaceful folk. And there's 100,000 people coughing to death, while keyboard jockeys claim that it's a hoax. And I'll whisper the words of cruel and thoughtless people. We can't board up the windows that let a little light in. And you'll argue for compassion, I'll convince you of defeat. Don't go upstairs, stay down here with me, where we'll contemplate the morality of fences and compare ourselves to broken old machines. And we'll sip the beers that leave us worse off than they used to, and pontificate on what it all means. And your words will echo off bare concrete walls and settle like nothingness with the dust on the floor. And I'm mocking you and laughing, and you know I'm not unique. Don't go upstairs, stay down here with me. And you shout you find our conversation tiring, and you stumble to the stairs in empty shell, and you're a little more broken after every time we speak. Don't go upstairs, stay down here with